that seems like a good time to get everything started up, huh? Evening, everybody. Oh, yeah. Be sure to fix your face tracking. Let's see. Speaking of, I need to make sure my camera's a little more straightforward, I think. And a little off to the side. It's like, why does it feel like it's not going the right direction? But there we go. But evening, everybody. I hope you've been having a good evening. I woke up from a nap about an hour ago, but a straight and Pride Month? Ew, gross. Pride forever. As can be seen for anybody who watched either my stream on Saturday or the clips I've been hammering out today and spamming fucking everywhere. Oh, that game makes me a mess. But yes, you all voted, and the votes came out. Actually, I was somewhat surprised considering how many people were in favor of Destroy Gundam originally in the choice selection at first, before getting to the actual poll. But yeah, we are building. I did not get a rose for you, Reen, sadly. I bought myself flowers. I can write my name in the sand. If you get the song reference, good for you, extra points. But yeah, with that said though, we can start taking a look at our kit that we are building tonight, and we can start getting it set up for the evening. Let me just... There we go. We have no cats, unfortunately, so... No cat cam, so we'll just keep it off to the side. And I just realized what channel I'm in. I'm like, why do I keep getting jump scared by tits? And it's not my program. But yeah. Oh. You know, I did forget to do one thing, which was turn on the top-down camera, so give it a second to wake up and flare to life. Thought I did that, but nope, I forgot. So yeah, tonight, again, this is part of why I'm going into like French caricature for the stream name, is because we are building the incredibly characterized French Neo-France Gundam, Gundam Rose. Just you know, complete with duelist cape. He's got a French naval hat on, and yeah, a beam rapier with rose funnels. Like, you really cannot get much more caricatured of like French tropes than this, really. Because yeah, like even the like little preview picture here of it in combat in the anime is just, yeah, oh my god. I'm at least happy this thing's coming with its own stand, because that's the one thing about the high-grade Future Century premium kits like this, is each of them have come with their own stands. Maxter has his own, so he can have the armor discharge for the American Gundam, and this one gets to have the funnel deployment for this guy. But yes, let's see, I do need scissors, because we are going to want to free all the parts in here. I do need to pre-order Dragon Gundam, and then I need to keep an eye out for when Bolt Gundam is going to be available for pre-order, because that's the only member of the wow, I just forgot the name of the group. The Shuffle Alliance that has not shown up yet for kit orders. So that's something to look forward to eventually. Let's see. There should not be too many sheets, because we are dealing with a pretty a relatively basic but well color separated kit. Let's see. Looks like we need a little bit of red. And obviously a little bit of metallic green. Let's see. Okay, that's a matte red. Got it. So let's get those out. My display markers have not shown up yet. They have been apparently hanging out at the airport for the last couple weeks. Sounds like the shipment company that was shipping them has a track record of this, of just not being super duper consistent about, you know, getting your shit to you. So we'll see if I can get my display markers or not. Okay, gotta be careful. I think this is the... Okay, yeah, this is the other one that's broken. Okay. I'm really excited for my display markers if they arrive, but we'll see if I ever get them. Probably contact display themselves, be like, hey, where are they? And why is the company you like to ship the shit through just really unreliable? I am displeased. Rah rah rah. Just having it hang in limbo for 10 days. Well, as of tomorrow, it'll be 10 days. It's like, come on, don't do this to me. I literally bought like every paint marker you had. There we go. But yes. Oh, I'm trying to remember, what was the name of this pilot? I don't remember his full name, but I think his name was George? Surprisingly, you know, surprisingly basic name for a Frenchman. Alright, let's see what we have here, though. That's actually a really big black piece. Yeah, we'll find out. Thankfully, there's not too many stickers. There's just a few. And here, I might quickly sift through. I'm guessing the eyes and visor ones are gonna be here on here, yeah. Yeah, this kit already looks like it's pretty basic. I'm at least happy that a lot of the other color separation here is actually genuinely color separated. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I found the head. It's on the red sheet. That is... I guess that makes some sense because then it's got the chin. But, huh. Yeah, do not paint the tip of the chin green, just the eyeballs, Mara. And then I'll paint the back of the head, so that way then we can get the green out of the way. Basically, we're going to pre-paint the sectors if I can help it, because it'll be a little bit easier. Okay. That still has a little bit of metallic fleck left. Yeah, that'll require just the teensiest bit of cleanup. And then... Oh, that actually just launched the clocker. Nice! Okay, I just want to see where that red goes. Ugh, I'm gonna need more paper towels soon. My thing is nearly, Yeah, I think that's good. Would have been better with something to prime underneath, but I think it'll be okay. There's that. And 2 goes on A11. And 8. Then I just want to find that. Let's see. Oh, I see. I see where it is. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to clean that up. That painted on super poorly. Yeah, that'll require some major cleanup, but that'll be for later. Okay. There's those 2 done. There's 4 and 6. Let's see. Six is on E8. So I think I'm actually going to use a different paint marker than what I was originally intending, just because it's such a big sticker. Okay, yep, that's still got perfect paint quality. Let's see, it said E8. I'm holding D, not E. No wonder I can't find it. E8. Okay, I see what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like the wind screen for this thing. Okay. Yeah, I will need to clean this up too, but that seems to be a theme for the evening, is everything's going to need a little bit of wash up. And sometimes you gotta just scrub things up real nice after getting them all dirty, you know? Shaky, shaky, shaky. Okay. Now the other ones are small enough that I can use the fine point pen. Speaking of, I can actually put the other pens away because I've already painted them on. Wouldn't mind knowing where the 2-4 stickers are. Not have to worry that much about putting that thing in. Here's 6. Where's the 2 4s? Sorry, quickly looking over instructions here. This is like the first time I've really done like pre-paint for a lot of these kits. Let's see. Three, 1. Ah, there they are. 4 is on F7. Head. F7, sorry, not E7, F7. I'm like, F7 on there is a different piece. Haha, I see them. Oh god, those are tiny. But nothing can clean our minds. Green. I mean, considering how, again, reference points to Saturday's stream. Oh. I'll never be clean. No matter how many times, Washford and Drysdale try. Well, to see what the shower says too, because maybe that'll just make it worse. I'm scared of talking to the toilet, though. I will not lie. I'm scared of talking to the toilet in that game. Lots of trepidation there. But then again, I'm also from the era that remembers Conker's Bad Fur Day, so... It's funny, I never had an N64, but I am intimately aware of Conker's Bad Fur Day. Alright, I think... with that... we have all the details painted on this kit, so... Someday Mara will destroy Gundam, yes. Someday. The crowds vote against you. They don't want to torment we. You keep calling me Size Queen on my kid Ston. All right. With that though, let's see. I've painted everything. I'm going to need to clean some parts because I was very messy with painting them. I mean, you see the picture for them, Talon. Destroy Gundam's the giant box that can't fit on the shelf. You have automatically gravitated to whichever kid is the biggest box, the giant one that cannot fit on the cubby shelf. It's a fucking pattern. But yes, Destroy Gundam is kind of funny because it's kind of Cosmic Era's equivalent to Big Sam. Though it's a mass production unit, which is terrifying. It's one of the few more things I know about Gundam Seed is there's hundreds of them. And they are like, yeah, they're about the size of a Psycho Gundam, so they're about 5 times taller. I think at least 5 times, if not maybe just 2 or 3. It might be just 2 or 3, and I'm over exaggerating, but they're big. They're big, massive things, and they've got saucers on their backs that can fold over the top half of them. And then they suddenly have a very similar profile to Big Zam. But also, the other thing I know about the Seed universe is what constitutes a Gundam? It's not Gundanium alloy like it is in Gundam Wing, or just a prototype designation name for Earth Federation, or like in the Witcher Mercury series, it's the name of an experimental quintessentially funnel program. In Gundam Seed, it is 2 different operating systems that just happen to acronym down to Gundam. I cannot remember them off the top of my head, but I know that it's 2. It's an operating system. Yeah, the Gundanium, yeah. There's so many people who are just like, oh yeah, all Gundams have Gundanium. It's like, that's only Wing, as weird as that is. Because, like, even, like, Turn A Gundam, the year 3000, Gundam of the Universal Century, it's made of lunar titanium. Specialized cast titanium in a low gravity environment. But, with that said, we've painted everything we need to, and we will need to clean up some of the white pieces, which will be a little hard, but we'll get it done. And then, yeah, and then we just get going. Alright. But we are doing the boobles first. You know, I should also probably pull out my tools, shouldn't I? Suddenly realized, alright, I have everything out, except for my toys. I'm going to keep the scalpel handles inside of the box for now. I will only bring them out should we need them, and I have the 3 scalpel blades I need in there too, but again, that's an if, not a when. And I don't think actually I even need to bring the tweezers. Actually, no, I should bring the tweezers out because there are some tiny ass parts. Luckily my nails are short enough right now that I should not have too many difficulties with getting things on. Oh god, if movement gets so across all timelines. Yeah, I mean, Turn A Gundam was the reason why they stopped trying to put everything in the same universe. Because I don't know if it's still canonically part of Universal Century timeline, but I know that it stopped being part of, or that after that was why they're like, yeah, we're just gonna have alternate timelines. And then they made Mobile Fighter G Gundam. Alright. So D3, and it looks like Echo 2 and 3. I'm at least really happy to see the sheer amount of like color separation that is on this kit already. Makes me very happy. And it should be a pretty quick build, considering that you see all of the sheets that we are using for the day are actually out on the table right now. Because, again, it's one of those more efficient high grades. Yeah, I definitely need to get a new set of these, because it's starting to gum up. I have no way of cracking those open. Yeah, because they've done like a forge press. Oh yeah, the rose bits are gonna be gorgeous, and it's got its own stand so they can fly around. It's gonna be, that's part of why I've been so excited for the HGFC kits. It's because they're really giving some kind dedication to, you know, our crazy shonen style, shonen anime style Gundam series. Oh, I trimmed that terribly. You can even see the nub. Sadly, I don't think this is one that you can maintain that well. It's the one thing I've noticed with the God Hands is there's no way to pull these apart. You might just need some grease, but it also could be like micro pieces of plastic getting stuck in the hinge, and the way that they've assembled it, it looks like it's they've used some type of heat system to actually like almost get just sub-welding enough to shape the metal, but not enough to connect. I'll just buy another pair this coming month, because they're starting to go the way my first God Hand Blues went, which was yeah, that slow painful death. The hinge just losing its slick movement, and even the spring can't fight against it. And I know why it happened this time. This time I was being very careless with cleaning like undergates and little micro shreds of plastic, and I think some got in. Okay, A14. Ugh, my tummy's already grumbling. I just gave you a couple peanut butter and jelly sandwiches like 3 hours ago, stomach. Why do you want more? I'll just remember, what is that rule? 6. Don't get me wrong, I am a flirty mess of a person, but I just like to flirt, that's all. Okay, this is where I do need the scalpels, actually. So, time to get a little medical. Okay, just making sure. I have to make sure. I've had some people be real weird in my chat. Usually tall and then eats them into the sun. She likes doing that. It's a fun pastime for her. But yeah. Alright, so there's your classic scalpel, number 10. I believe 11's the flat edge. Yeah, go on. Yep, 11's the flat edge, which means 12 is Talon. It's actually the one we need. Yeah, actually that's been going around on Twitter recently too, is some VTuber guy. Again, I don't think he's terribly big. I think he's just kind of small like some of us. Has been going around just like trying to DM people, and the moment he finds out like any VTuber that he's reached out to happens to be male, because for some reason he just doesn't double check, he'll block, and he doesn't seem to care about the relationship status of whoever he's DMing. It's like, dude, VTubing's not a dating service. Twitch is not a dating service. And I'm trying to be extra careful because these are fresh scalpels, and the last thing I want to do is fucking blade my finger. Alright, and there we go. Yeah, what happens when they put a nub on the, like, interior of a fucking curve? But again, that's why we have scalpels. Again, if you're getting into Gunpla and you want really good detail for cutting nubs, get 3 scalpel handles. Again, classic or grippy ones are just fine. And then get yourself some 10s, 11s, and especially 12s for blades. Because the 12s are really good about getting that inner curve, but then 11s can help if it's a more straight edge curve, and then this is for like just basic chopping. I have these from doing resin kit stuff, so, and I have like whole boxes of of sterilized scalpel blades for just such an occasion. But you just have to be careful because they are medical grade scalpels and they will cut. I've only nicked myself once or twice, I think, with my scalpels and shaved off a good part of my thumb. Thankfully, it was only the upper layers, but still a little more than I would have liked. I just always feel like a fucking serial killer whenever it's like, all right, time to bring out the scalpels for this hobby. Mara, I do not dissect people. That's messy. You know, I just bury them in my garden. They help my trees grow. Ah. C4, what is with you and like making my phlegm really act up bad? Ugh. Something about these, like, they've got like great caffeine in them, but every time I drink them, like, I might be like mildly allergic to something in them. Why does your purse look like an autopsy tool bag? Oh god, yeah. Alright. You know, I can probably put these away now. They should be dry. Yeah, like the red doesn't show up super well here, just because, again, would have been better if they were primed, but there's like a nice gem coloration. Let's see. I do need F3. There it is. It's kind of nice to actually have pre-painted everything before we start building, because then I don't have to worry about touching wet paint as I build. B24. Oh, there it is. an A16 and 15. Yeah, we're gonna have to clean up the arms pretty badly because the paint kind of gotten a lot more than I would have liked. Really, all the white parts, the paint markers were just a little big for where they were marking. But that's half the risk. Ooh. What did you do your Alphamon? Guess it's technically Alphamon Oryuken. It's like one of the few things that it actually doesn't end in Mon in its total name. And that's why us calling Omegamon Omnimon actually is such a weird problem. Because it's like, man... Because, yeah, originally in Japanese, Omnimon is Omegamon. Because actually in a couple movies in anime, Omegamon's actually a bad guy. It's primarily the Cross Wars. Which also is a really confusing thing, because, like, how did the Japanese people spell cross for that? X-R-O-S. It's supposed to be pronounced cross. Again, early 2000s shenaniganery. Yeah. Yeah, because, yeah, they didn't do the special... Bondi multi-code system. Yeah, Xros. It's supposed to be pronounced cross. At least that's how it's said in Japanese. But it's supposed to be a visual thing. Because it's supposed to symbolize, yeah, the first real instances of the X antibody system that showed up in Digimon. It was a movie we never really got, or like a movie / OVA we really never got in the US or in North America for that matter, or outside of Japan. I'm just aware of it. There we go. Because you were bored now. I mean, that's not a bad reason to do so, honestly. Yeah, Alphamon was cool. Like, a lot of the Digimon Amplified kits, though, fuck their capes. And not in a fun way. Because... Ugh. Metroid crossover into Digimon. That would be interesting. We've had some real weird crossovers with Digimon. Like, one of the ones I think of most is... So, while it never picked up as much popularity here in the US, Metabots is still alive and well in Japan. It's fucking thriving over there. And this is only a few years ago even. I think it was like... Yeah, Demikins. Exactly. There was a crossover for that. So there's like Medamon, and they made like a Metabots version of Omegamon. Yeah. Because like, yeah, like Medamon, I think, or it might not be Medamon, it's like Medabimon. It's Metabi. It's Metabi, the, you know, the flagship of Demikids slash Metabots. 12. There they are. Yeah, SMT Light, yeah. Yeah, a little bit, yeah. SMT Light, robot Pokemon. but instead of catching them all, you just have your, you know, your one partner. I guess that's more Digimon-esque. Which makes sense then for the crossover. I'm still sad that they closed down their... Like, admittedly, it was a gacha game still, but I miss, Digimon Redigitize. I was playing that for the longest time. And, like, they had some really cool character designs in it that I adored. Like, the fact that Pumpkinmon actually got a Mega Level evolution in Noble Pumpkinmon and it being super steampunk themed. And then we had Harrismon, this, like, drill-themed little hedgehog Digimon, which was super fun. It's also the first time that we got to see Sakuyamon maiden mode, which is like the Shrine Maiden outfit version of Sakuyamon, which is super cool and pretty. Let's see, F2 and B25. Though Sakuyamon maiden mode has made other appearances elsewhere. She was in Digimon Survive, but, you know, you then had to play Digimon Survive, which is both a wonderful game and also all the trauma. I love that game, but oh boy. I want to do new game playthroughs of it, just so I can try to, you know, save all the kids. Despite the fact that it's gonna probably take me like two new game pluses just to do that. I'm gonna have to watch the Bite If 87 again. Admittedly, he fucking deserves it. God, that kid is such a shithead. Hi, Mischief. Catching me bitching about, I believe his name was Shota, from Digimon Survive. God, he mistreats his poor Terriermon. Though Rio was, I think, probably the more disturbing death initially, just because he had that mental snap and thought he was in the afterlife waiting for his dead mother. And oh yeah, like the way some of the kids either died or experienced trauma in the game were just, oh, again, it was so well done, because it's like, yeah, Digimon is in fact eldritch horror, but you know, it's always kind of been given the kid gloves because it's, yeah, no shit, it's mostly aimed at kids. But yeah, God, Digimon Survive was like, we're not gonna pull the punches at all. We're gonna let that happen, and these poor kids are gonna be fucking traumatized. I'd also like to see the old Professor Man get his Metal Garurumon, or his buddy back, his Gabumon. Yeah, actually, no, not for Digimon Survive. In that, they never called the Digimon, and the history of it is this village has been worshipping Kimono Mimi, really weird ones here for centuries, even going back to wow, I just forgot the name of it. I've been hearing about it again several times in some horror and like real life terrible things, history stuff that I've been listening to. But like during times of famine, children and the elderly, usually it was the elderly first, but in extreme times, children were then starved in order to keep the food spreading around just enough. But yeah, in the storyline for Digimon Survive, this village for centuries, whenever there's been famine starting to loom on the horizon, they would send kids into this forest to never be seen again, and they were getting shunted into the digital world. But yeah, they had been doing it for like 600 years, so not quite man-made, but just, you know, convergent realities. Which, yeah, oh yeah, no, Digimon Survive is fucking dark. It is what so many of us have been wanting to see, because yeah, like Digimon's pretty fucked up if you think about it. Like I've gone on that spiel like at least 10 fucking times at this point of like the original Digimon Adventure. Yeah, if you're an outside observer to what happens in the real world in Digimon Adventure 01, yeah, you know, a bunch of weird weather phenomena has been happening all over, like, weird weather phenomena and other things is starting to happen all over Japan. 7 kids at a summer camp disappear after a blizzard hits the camp and then a tidal wave. 7 kids are presumed missing or dead. And then a couple of months later, the children reappear, but along with them are giant, over 100-foot tall monsters fighting. As, you know, War Greymon, Metal Garurumon, and the rest of the kids are fighting Venom Myotismon in fucking Tokyo. Yeah, World's End Club. It's very similar. It just, oh man. But yeah, Digimon Survive. If you like visual novels that are really fucking dark, like, yeah, definitely play Digimon Survive. It's like 10% tactics game and then 90% visual novel, and it is all wonderful. And you cannot save all the children in the first run. At least 2 or 3 of them die. You have to like New Game Plus a couple times to get all their recurring friendship up, or a couple of them will die very terribly. And while the depictions aren't super ghastly, it's pretty bad. It's kind of Danganronpa style-esque for the deaths. A little bit censored, but I mean, it does not leave anything to your imagination. Okay. You know, while I'm here, since I'm cleaning this one up, oh so carefully. Can you tell I have a hyperfixation on Digimon? Iguramon, yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can clean up these other 2 white pieces while I'm here, because you can tell how badly the paint bled. That's somewhat unsurprising, given the fact that the red marker always does this. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna need like 5 or 6 total Q-tips to do this. But luckily, I think these were really the only ones that needed the super extensive cleaning. Okay, there's that one, and then maybe wondering why I'm not using the other tip end of the Q-tips. It's just because for control and mess, really, I don't like trying to use both ends as much as I should, really, for the sake of cleanliness, though, or for the sake of like efficiency. I have an entire box of these makeup Q-tips. Okay. And then I'm looking to actually get some micro Q-tips in the future once I run out of makeup ones here. There we go. Alright, the only other part will be the, that really needs cleaning, I think, is the cockpit of the core fighter for this thing, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. I still remember one person coming into my chat and asking like who would win Digimon Universe versus like Gundam. They had some interesting theories for like, you know, what Digimon could do. It's like, I guess yeah, in a couple games they've been able to like hack into machines, but that's been very specific worlds. Like my first thought would be like Digimon Adventures world, which That was something they could never do before. Like, yeah, doing the cyber sleuth worlds, yeah, they were treated as hacking tools, but that's also because everything was using the same framework. Cyber sleuth's world is a little weird because, yeah, that's the converging of worlds via a different way, which I'm curious about how Time Stranger fits. It's like, is it supposed to be a Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth world or what? Oh yeah, you get a good chunk of your body stolen in that one, because yeah, you ended up becoming half cyber. Hence why you're able to dive into tech. Oh, such a terrible place for them to put those nubs. Here, there's this inner curve that would be just perfect for adding in an injection point. Gotta be extra careful. Super sharp scalpel. Yeah, I just tried to jump up with my thumb. Luckily, it missed. Oh god, yeah. God, now I'm just remembering some of the fucked things that you had to deal with in either Cyber Sleuth or Hacker's Memory, for that matter. Because like there's like one side quest. Again, it's a purely optional side quest. Let me grab the other sanding sponges while I'm at it. Where this one guy, like, there's this one scheme of yeah, people getting tricked into like thinking that they're in the real world and getting like the ultimate love fantasy or something like that, and their real bodies getting actually snatched and harvested. And you're trying to convince this one kid or this one lonely guy to log out because he's being scammed. And he doesn't listen to you until it's too late, and then when he tries, he's like, unable to log out. Source no longer found. And it's just like, oh. It's just very, oh no. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to buff those out completely. But I can at least polish it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, sometimes Digimon doesn't pull punches, and it's green. It's the one thing I love about it. Again, it's that whole, like, you know, let's have Digimon grow up a bit with me. And Japan's like, fucking bet. Hold my beer. I still need to watch, though, Digimon Adventure 01 2020. I also need to finish watching Digimon Adventure Try. And then also final Kizuna. I know what happens in Kizuna, and it's just like, oh, my heart, but I need to see it. I need to cry, because also Digimon knows how to tear out your heart and make you just cry like a bitch. Those are really thick runners for that little part. And 3. Might do that maybe in anticipation for Time Strangers. Maybe play a little bit of like some of my other Digimon games just to kind of warm up to it. Alright. There's that. Now I need A4. Oh, Rose Gundam, you are so silly looking, but then again, this is Mobile Fighter G Gundam we're talking about. All the Gundams look silly because they're all nation-based. I trimmed that one actually pretty well. Just gotta really press the blades in. And his little bicorn head. Okay. Oh, those go on the very ends of his bicorn. Okay. Those were F7. Oh boy, yep. These tiny ass little vents. 1 and 2. There we go. You are free from horny jail. Go be free. Oof, yeah, those are tiny. That's such a good detail on them, though. God damn. Okay. Actually, that peg that it has is pretty darn stiff, which is good. I think they designed it partially with doing how I'm attaching them in mind. I'm just kind of, yeah, attach them, then remove their nubs. Okay. F1 and D2. Right, yeah, because he's got his little crest. Yeah, this is like one of the few Gundams out there that doesn't have a Centurion helmet. I guess, yeah, a lot of the G Gundam units didn't have the Centurion helmet that you usually see on most Gundams. Also, it's fun to see what, like, suits are in the final fight in G Gundam against Devil Gundam. Because you actually see one that was in an upcoming anime at the time, because Gundam Wing came out after G Gundam. So you got to see Wing Gundam Classic playing in the grouping, but you also see like Zeta Gundam and, you know, some of the other classics joining the fight, which is always kind of entertaining. Okay, it looks like that has to attach to this. Ew. I'm gonna cut this one part of the V-fin off just real quick. Make it a little easier for that to go on, and then I'll trim off the other two. That's surprisingly delicate, though. And our little French Gundam head. Oh. Alright, let's get those arms built. Luckily, that will not take a lot of work. Again, this is a pretty basic high-grade build, but again, it's that whole, like, you know, 20, 23, 24, 25, very efficient high-grade builds. Not quite Witch from Mercury levels, but still pretty good. 8, and 9. And 3 and 4. Yeah, we'll cut out all the skeleton structure in just a moment. Now, unfortunately, the red paint pen that I currently have does have a habit of bleeding. You're gonna kind of see that in this part. Even though we cleaned it up pretty well, you can see, like, little bits of color bleed on the side, but it's kind of a pretty detail for the most part. It's also just a bitch to clean into the crevices like that, so I tend to not try, because that takes effort. Takes an effort level that I don't have, sadly. I think it looks neat in its own right. Alright. The 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now they're having us build the arms separately, but again, these will go pretty darn quickly. So I'm not that terribly worried. And 2 and 3, just a lot of little bits to snip apart. And make sure I build this the correct way so I don't accidentally make it so the limb can't actually bend. That would make me sad. It's like, why is this arm so stiff? Mara, you fucked up. But there's that, and then we just need a 13, and we'll build the shoulder joints. I'm not sure what I'm gonna have for dinner. I might end up ordering something just because I don't know what to eat or what to make. I really don't have any milk in my house either, so a couple of my favorite condensed soups are not terribly good on the table either. As much as a grilled cheese and some tomato soup sounds good, I prefer making my tomato soup with milk. Because I'm that weirdo. 9 and 31. Some weird shit from when I was a kid. Soup always tasted more robust with milk. Of course, these days I also get fancy and put in a cube of Knorr's tomato chicken bouillon. Really get that nice savory flavor. I need to order more of that. I'm on my last cube. I think my sister-in-law bought several years ago, so that kind of tells you how often I have grilled cheese and tomato soup. Sorry if I'm making everybody hungry. I'm hungry, so I'm making you suffer with me. Hungry Benui. I also need to finish setting up treat stream sometime. Again, that would be a purely optional thing by viewers. You don't have to do it because it's probably likely expensive. But, you know, have the option there for people. Feed the puka. I just have to like dig around on Grubhub since TreatStream predominantly uses it and figure out what. Let's see, Rose Gundam is right-handed, right? I'm pretty sure George is right-handed. Very rarely do we get a left-handed pilot. Yep, okay. I'm gonna make him have the grippy hand. B35 and 18. Oh, right, no, we build each of the hands separately, right? 35 and 34. I guess I'll build them all then, while I haven't. A shame that the open hand one is only for the right hand. I don't see an open left hand. That's a shame, really. 15, 18. Or 16, 18? No, 15 and 18. And the other one would be 22 and 19. I get to choose. Yeah, it's interesting. It gets this really cool, like, open hand, but looking at the sheet, I did not see one for the right hand, or for the left hand, which is a shame, because, Gundam Rose does not have a gun. It has those funnels, which is hilarious that the funnels are considered, like, just such a cheap and useless thing in the future century. That's like nightmare fodder in at least 3 universes. 3 universes you hear funnel or Gund bits or dragoons, and you immediately panic as a pilot, because you know that you're going to die. Guess it's better than the AH universe, where if you hear photon torpedo, you know you and everybody else on the battlefield, ally or not, is fucking screwed. I can't remember what that one's called. My brain is immediately like, Mallow! Can you tell that I am really into SCP shit? Okay. Now, I said I was going to use this grippy hand because of the fact that, yeah, his sword really should be in his right hand, since George is right-handed. Oh, not left-handed. I'm not entirely sure what yokai or spirit I would be. All right, yeah, we can actually put on the arm already, because this is quintessentially what the arm looks like before you put on the epaulette. Actually, is that what they call those ones? Épaulette. My French is not great. Most of my French is food. I can kind of understand some phonetics, but I'll keep it a buck. I'm not the best at remembering pronunciation. Alright, time for the other arm. I said, yeah, we can go through this pretty darn quickly, which is comforting in its own right. While we're here, I might cut out the other parts we'll use later, so I don't have to pull out the A runner for the rest of this limb. But we'll repeatedly pull B out, because B has a bunch of other bits that, considering what both one of the joint systems is like 4 pieces. Yeah, we'll do that separately. Don't want to get too excited, otherwise I will build it wrong and I will be very sad. Just trying to pull these parts apart would be not fun. Yeah, not entirely sure what I would be for Japanese style yokai. Puka is pretty close to Kitsune, kind of. Or shape changers. So typically we do woodland creature shape changing, but that's like 90% of yokai in Japanese folklore as it is. Most of them can transform into one kind of animal at least. Let's see. 3, 4, 6, 7. Be somebody's spice weasel. Does that sound like almost a term of endearment? Ah, my little spice weasel. Come here. Oh, oh dear. Don't look up exactly what the spice weasel does. It's been a while. I don't remember. Okay. Do you like food? Yeah, I know I was helping Tolan out with that a little bit when she was, cause she's gonna be in the, not in Nature's, in Tixel's, October, Nature Gets a Break, short run. Yeah, I was a little too slow and a little too hesitant on my end, so I did not get to join. I think that's the biggest issue I have actually as a streamer and a Space Emerald. Oh god. Bam! Fucking Emerald Agassi. But yeah, yeah, I always just have such a bad time hesitating when people present stuff. Well, we'll see if anybody backs out. I can whip up a character pretty quickly. I have a few concepts in mind. In general, it would just be double and triple checking of like, so, this is Nordaeroth, but you know, does this fit in the setting? 31 and 10. Like, one of them would actually be for, like, really letting my kind of lizard folk noises chops come out, because, like, one of my concepts that I have is a lizard folk Gloomstalker ranger who does not use ranged weapons. She's actually kind of an urban one. Like an urban fighter that, or an urban fighting ranger that is close range. But yeah, again, it's that whole, how are lizard folk accepted in this world? Because I don't fucking remember. I mean, could easily make him Dragonborn if the lizard folk... Oh yeah, just make this gruff, grumpy... just no nonsense. It's funny because like make her no nonsense. Isn't that what UA is already? Shit. But yeah, just you know, hissing, snarling, feisty little thing. I think that's the difference. Is like kind of feisty, kind of similar personality wise to Nature's Fiend Singer in that sense. So just kind of we get things done. Yeah, my throat's a little dry right now to actually try doing any of those noises because I need a little more spit in my mouth in order to actually make the the proper like hiss snarl that I can do with my palate. And no, don't spit in my mouth just yet. 17, 16, 21, 20. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. No screams, only sleep. Because as much as the Ranger's cool for having long-range stuff, there's something really neat about it. Just having a close-up very intimate ranger that is just so scary. And considering what Tixnel is changing to, though, I'm excited to see her her new character. Her, admittedly, the one issue I'm going to have with Marla, and it's nothing as a character or even really as a player. It's more the fact that the character's name is Marla. If I'm not paying proper attention, that sounds a lot like Mara. I'm going to mishear it all the time. I'm like, oh, no, wait, never mind. I am Yue, I am Yue. Do not respond to anything that sounds close to. Sounds close to your name. Because yeah, I'm gonna do the fist for this one, because for some reason they didn't give him an open hand for his offhand, which is a shame. Though, funnily enough, I actually wear my duelist cape on the same arm that I fence with. When I do wear duelist capes, I really should switch it around where it's actually draped over my right shoulder, because that actually makes more sense. You have the more armor or covering on your off limb, rather just protecting it from blows while fighting, like using the cape as like a blade catch, or for hiding your mingosh if you use one. It's the same with my pauldron and everything. I should really be using that on my right arm instead of my left, but I'm left-handed. It's because I'm left-handed and I really should, but sometimes I like having the more armored side on my dominant arm. Okay, there's the upper half of the guy. Again, these Gundams are very small, as you can see. But no, I'm loving the amount of color separation, how clean most everything looks. But now we get to build the legs, and it looks like we are building them all until... Okay, up until, looks like the thigh? Yes, okay, so they are being built from toe to the top of the knee. Funnily enough, boo, we're not getting into the funnels just yet. But this one does have beautiful funnels. Let's see. B26, 5 and 11. There's the 11s. And the 5s. Then 26, 28. Okay. Pathfinder way back in the day, like in Pathfinder 1.0, there was a campaign where I was gonna have one of their like classes in their second book was an orc seer or something like that, half orc seer. I was really excited for it, but the campaign that I was entering, they were like doing super duper like low fantasy, and we're like only the first book. It's like, oh man, okay. Again, every campaign's different. Some people like to have things super restricted. Nature likes to have things really, really out there. Yeah, I've still got some campaign ideas someday, but that requires me actually, trying. Adverts coming in about 45 seconds, by the way. Beware. Incoming horny jail. I'm really choking up on the god hands today. My fingers are so smooth. Rubber's not gripping at all. Go bite it. Alright, 29 and 27. Yeah, this sheet's dwindling pretty quick. Which kind of makes sense. It's like the mostly inner frame joint shit. And yeah, it looks like what remains is just the foot stuff, the hip joint stuff, and the groin. I think there's like one part there that's for like the epaulette. We'll find out. 29 and 27. And let's think. It's kind of nice being able to build both legs at the same time. Oh no. I mean, it's 9:30 if you're Eastern time. But yes, don't stay up too late if you're not hyper nocturnal. So I'd be like, oh, where am I gonna go in 14 tonight? It's like, oh wait, no, maintenance. I don't get to go on, I don't get to be pretty benui. F8. I don't get to continue being the bun for tonight. Wait till like tomorrow afternoon. Even then, tomorrow I think I'll be like uploading my VODs, seeing if I can scrub a clip or two from tonight. Might not be able to. Trying to see if I can get at least one clip per stream. Obviously, if I can get more that I think are funny, getting that going. Oh right, I actually completely skipped a step, didn't I? Because I need the blue pieces, or not the blue. The dark blue. There it is. Yeah, whoopsie doodle. Nearly skipped a step. 1, 2, and... Aww. Job being a butt. Understandable, I'm trying to get some job applications out right now too. Yeah, fair. Lurk well. Okay, there's one. I always forget this part's red. I always thought it was yellow. Alrighty. And then 28 and 26 to seal it all in. Oh. That part tried to run from us. How dare it? How dare it? And 2. There we go. Just squeeze. Squeeze with all your might over the super smooth plastic in your dry little fingers. Echo. All right, blue. 15. E15 and E16. Okie dokie. Go. Then we get to build the dogs in just a second. Then after that it'll be the thighs and the waist. Yeah, these legs have come together like we're what, an hour and a half in, and we're already nearly done with the legs. High grades, man. They are quick. Okay, now to do the kneecap. So it's technically the next step, not the same step, but you know, since they were right next to each other on the sheet, it's like I should just trim them out. Ah. Yep, smooth pot of a leg. It's gonna try to flee on me. And boink. There we go. B13s. Yeah, I'm looking at them. I'm staring right at them. And the other ones are 31 and 30 off of the A sheets. And 2. Yeah, there's some of like what's happening is there's just like little micro fragments of plastic that are just like statically clinging to the blades, and I think some of that just eventually sneaks its way into the hinging. Like a terrible saboteur. I don't think we've cut anything from the C sheet yet. Goodness. But that'll be in a couple steps. We still need to, Oh, I just tried to put that in upside down. And the part tried to run on me. Do not run from my love. I will find you. And... Huh? Oh, thank you, Krampus the storyteller. Thank you for reading here. Let me get that shout out for you, and then I can do the intro. All right, there you go, dear. Also, hi, everybody. Hi. My name is Miss Markar. I'm a Witchybuka Bunny VTuber and a variety gaming VTuber, and you've caught me on, on Gunpla Night on Bunpla Monday. Let's see, what were you doing? Oh, you're playing Liza P. That game looks interesting. I am so bad at Soulsborne games, but I'm always fascinated to watch people play that. I hope you're having fun, and hopefully things weren't too crunchy for you tonight. Oh yeah, but happy to shout you out. But yeah, you caught us as we are building the Frenchest of Gundams. We are building Gundam Rose from Mobile Fighter G Gundam. This is one of the newer kits that they've like reintroduced, so we're building the Frenchest. Oh. Oh, nice. Well, oh yeah, the new versions of the G Gundam units are so well done. Surprisingly simple, but elegant looking at the same time. We're just, right now, Dragon Gundam's in pre-order, and then we're just waiting on Bolt Gundam. And I really hope they do a Devil Gundam kit, another one, because the other one is like 30 years old and is really in need of replacement. Then we've got Real Grade Shining Gundam coming, and really the only other kit I would love to see is Tequila Gundam as a kit. Well, we never will, but it's the vain hope. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Gunpla gets to be all multicolored and you minimize on the painting, but I used to do D&D minis, so I definitely get the Warhammer angle a little bit. I used to 3D print though, which I know Games Workshop is not okay with. I did not miss working with resin though. It was kind of a bugger. I just felt my snippers try to chew. I have some friends that work in Games Workshop in a sense. Yeah, I know pretty intimately on that end. Oh yeah, they're very expensive. So are these. This one I failed to pre-order, so I had to order it through eBay. Yeah, this $35 kit was not $35. Oh, yeah, it hurt me. It hurt me having to buy like that, but it's like, no, but I want all the Mobile Fighter guys, because the Shuffle Alliance. Give me my Shuffle Alliance. Oh, jeez, yeah. Yeah, Gunpla and Warhammer, two of the most expensive nerd hobbies out there. Especially if you're buying secondhand. Oof. Oof. Buying secondhand is the most painful. Well, that's at least not bad. I know, like, some of those kits can be expensive. I know. One of my friends has one of the Warbound Titans. And it's like, wasn't that like 1,200 Canadian? 400 is a discount. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, and so now we're doing the cowling for the front and back. E17. Yeah, trying to think of the most expensive gunpla kit I've purchased. I'm pretty sure, all told, it's probably, at the current moment, it's my perfect grade unicorn perfect ability. Because let's see, that was like $360, $370 US. And then I paid like another $90 for the LED kit. And then I paid another $90 for the expansion kit that's coming out, or that's shipping in a couple months. Yeah, in the long run, I think Warhammer is cheaper because you don't have to buy, like, you can buy an army more or less once and then you're good. For the most part, unless, you know, they come out with new units and stuff. Hi, Clue. I have a pink cat near me that's being very upset. Yes, hi, Pinky. Oh, shh. 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 For child. Why are you so upset? I don't know if you can hear the pink little bugger behind me, but he's very upset. Oh, right, that's blocking tracking. He's a pastel orange tabby. So his fur is like a lighter color. A much lighter color than normal orange. It's kind of a pastel orange, almost like a pink tone. It's really cute, but and his name also fits. His name is Clouseau. So if anybody knows the Pink Panther movies, then you know where that reference comes from. I love Cleo. He's just an idiot. Aww. I do love voids. Black cats are some of my favorite. I don't have any. I've got 3 Lynx Point Siamese currently, and then little Clouseau. Clouseau is very much like the detective he is named after. He's not a bright kitty, but then again, he's a ginger cat, so they typically don't have the brain cell. At least most of them don't. Every now and again you'll find a smart one, and then you have to fear for your life for a little bit. True. I guess it depends on which version of Jacques Clouseau we're talking about. Yeah, if we're talking, wow, I just forgot his name. It's not Steve Harvey. The more recent one. If we're talking about the one from like the early 2000s, yeah, he's an idiot savant. I really feel like the Peter Sellers version from the 70s, on the other hand, is not. He is just a buffoon. Oh, wrong snippers. 32 and 23. Yeah, watching the original Pink Panther movies. Oh, it's a little dicey. It's Steve Martin, yes. It's like, yeah, Steve something. I was like, I just couldn't remember I forgot his last name. Yeah, Hamburger versus Peter Sellers as Jacques Clouseau. Strangely on topic for since we're building a French Gundam right now. Yeah, Torties can have quite a fun attitude, which is it's cute in its own right. Let's see, I'm making sure I'm putting this on right? Okay, no, I was gonna try to put that on wrong. I was almost putting that part on upside down. I don't know why I forgot Steve Martin's last name for a moment. Kind of surprised that they weren't picking him for the new Naked Gun movies. It'll be cool to see Liam Neeson do it, because that's such an interesting choice, but he's not acting anymore. I mean, good on him, honestly. I always respect an actor that's like, I'm retired, I'm done. I remember Sean Connery saying that to, of all people, Steven Spielberg, when he wanted to bring him back for Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, and it's like, good on you, because, yeah, no. Hell nah. That's fine. There we go. Basically told them off and said, I'm retired. Here's my picture. So, for once coming out of retirement, it'll be fun to see Rick Moranis in Spaceballs 2. My only disappointment is I really wish they had stuck with the bit and called Spaceballs 2 The Search for More Money, but I'm guessing that Amazon didn't like that. Which is a shame. Cowards. Cowards, a lot of them. But it'll be fun. It looks like it'll actually be good. It's literally my only gripe I have. Yeah, I mean, Mel Brooks is still going to be helming it. I think it'll probably be the last film he helms. The fact that he's actually even still with us is nothing short of a miracle. Because, God, that man is old. Actually, I will make sure to cut out the other parts here shortly. Yeah, he's 98. Yeah, no, dude is still alive and kicking somehow. Yeah, he's holding on for dear fucking life. I mean, that's kind of similar with Christopher Lee, though. Christopher Lee was terrifying. Like, that man never had a quiet day in his life. That man was always doing something. I miss Christopher Lee, but I'm glad that he gets to rest now, because, yeah, make the triple digit, yeah. Do what Betty White couldn't. I'm still so sad for Betty White. She was days away from turning 100, and then, yeah, she passed just before. Oh yeah, Christopher Lee. Oh yeah, he's so cool, but so terrifying. Like, you know, was a spy for the Brits in World War II, and did some very clandestine stuff that he took to his grave. The most time he ever took off for himself was 2 weeks, up until his dying days. Like, he was in a metal band towards the end. Yeah, always had something he was doing. Oh, exactly. Yeah, he had a great life outside of acting, and just, yeah. I will always giggle about the interviewer trying to get war secrets out of him, you know, decades later. I'm just like, come on, can't you tell me something about your time in World War II? And him just like looking back and forth. It's like, can you keep a secret? Oh yes, I can. So can I. And just leaning back and just not telling them anything about what he did in World War II. Right? Yeah, I wish I had that energy and drive that Christopher Lee had. Jesus. Enviable. utterly enviable. Yeah, he had immense class. He was wonderful. Clue, can you stop yelling in the hallway, honey? No one's there. Clue, I'm the only human. Or at least the closest approximation. He's very upset about something, but he's going to have to wait, Clue. Yeah, it's like I'm not a human. You're right, I'm not a human. I'm technically a fae. An archfae. Yeah. Oh, I might go smack him in a second just to be like, dude, what is your problem? He's just over there caterwauling. Yeah, God. Yeah, Christopher Lee's voice is amazing. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go. Give me 2 seconds after I get this part in. I'm gonna go check on Clouseau, because he's being dumb, and I think he's just yelling in the bathroom to hear his own voice, but I'm gonna go get him to stop. Alright, I will be right back, I promise. Okay, I don't know where he went. Like, I think he heard me get up out of the chair. It's like, okay, I've annoyed mother. I'm going to run away. Oh, fucking cat. I never get a ginger kitty. They don't shut up and they're too stupid to realize. Oh, thank you. Ugh. A nice laugh and mean kitties. Oh, I think that might actually clear out the B sheet. I could go all the time. Oh god, the clips and highlights and everything that I've been pulling out of the Date Everything stream that I did on Saturday. Oh god, that game made me such a mess, but god, I was just laughing the entire time. We're not even like a quarter of the way through it. We're like a 1/12 of the way through. But yeah, that's the B sheet all done. So a runner is down already. Alright. And 3. Okay, judging from how this waist is built, looks like, yeah, there's not going to be a peg for mounting, so I'm curious how this thing's going to get mounted. So usually you peg the underside here, but judging from the hardware I'm playing with, not so sure. Also, just to warn everybody, in about 1:45, advert's gonna roll through, so you've been warned. Oh lord, it's coming. And A17. Send A20, the butt flap. Let's see, where's 20? There's 20. Right, yeah. I forgot Rose has kind of a very interesting, almost like semi tailcoat skirt style for its hip plates. Yeah, we've been blitzing this thing like, well, we're nearly 2 hours in and I'm nearly done with this guy. Might be a rather short stream, as much as I would want to grab another kit. Might just be good to keep him at 1. I felt like Maxter took longer than this. Maxter was like 4 or 5 hours. This feels like it's gonna be about 3. Ah, there we are. I'm just trying to put that on far too high up, yeah? No. No worries, yeah, be sure to go eat. Oh, I'm excited for the DLC for you. Okay. I'm just gonna... Oh, yeah, I'm putting on the wrong side. No wonder I'm having difficulty. I was trying to put on the butt. That's why. And then this goes in the groin to lock in the, the hip sway. See, that's still very clever, because now that part can't come out and it can swing all at once. Not a huge swing range, but still. Very clever. Very, very clever. Again, these kits have been getting smarter and smarter with their efficiency. Alright, so A21 to E14. So now we do the subligar, so to speak. And it said E14. Yeah, the little blue V that goes in the front of this armor. And the color separation for this has been gorgeous. Again, I appreciate when a kid actually, you know, does some level of color separation so we don't have to deal with as much color correction. Otherwise, it can be incredibly frustrating. Okay, so just to put this on first before affixing it to the hip. And 3. That's why, because that's got actually the attaching point on it. That would do it. The blue piece is actually the part that connects. Makes a lot of sense. And the fact it's gimbaled, so it actually has a little bit of sway. Clever, clever. And... Blink. Alright, now we get to turn the page. Does this mean we have to start opening the pamphlet really far? Yes, I think. Oh wow, that's literally the main hip unit's basically done. So then we just shove the legs on and put the 2 remaining hip plates that need to be attached. Alright, 19 and 22. I was like, do they make a difference? Yes, right, because he's got the rapier on one side. He's got his beam sword. Which is funny, actually. Of all the characters to have more of a saber, I guess technically it would be the Frenchman. Because this guy does not have a lot of extra armament. I think the most time we'll be spending here will be posing him. Because, yeah, we're going to have all the rose bits, the rose funnels to put on our dear romantic guy here. Actually, this little... The lower half actually is pretty dense for the size, all things considered. Oh, right, we actually do the rapier blade first. Now that gets rid of this. The sheets, which is good. So, the golf runner is down. And these are 2 parts are off of Delta. D1, D5, and D6. so. Alright, we still have the core fighter to do, so yeah, no, there's still quite a few pieces left here that we gotta assemble together, so we've got time, So yeah, he's got a big fancy sheath for a beam weapon. a beam melee weapon. It's just... Oh, gee, Gundam. Such a silly series. I love it, but it's so strange. Because literally this is just for show, because the blade is actually energy. Oh yeah, it was so campy. So campy. But that's why we love it. Come on, Bandai, don't be cowards. Give us Tequila Gundam. Do it. Give us our Bandolero. Right, yeah, I need Tequila Gundam too, because it's so silly, but it's also so it's so cool. Like, they really made Tequila Gundam be like a badass in the show too. Huh? Oh dear. Oh dear, here, let me get those shoutouts for you. Yeah, there's your Lyras as well. Hi, Hiro. Hi, Hilaro. Let's see, there we go. But hi everybody, hello. My name is Miss Marakar. I am a Wichipuka bunny VTuber and variety gaming VTuber, though you've caught me tonight as we've been building the Frenchest of Gundams. We have been building Gundam Rose from Mobile Fighter G Gundam tonight. Oh, you're playing Dokapon Kingdom? Oh, I missed you too. Oh, I need to like read out and watch you two more often as well. Just, I've been so busy. Help. But yeah, no, I hope you both were having fun. Hopefully it was treating you well. Actually, I can file that just a little bit. I can feel that nub just a teensy touch. Ah, that's where that attaches. Okay, I was like, where the hell does that attach? But I see now. Oh, I'll have to definitely look it up. Dokapon Kingdom, okay. Yeah, I'll definitely put that in my, or check that in Steam. If it's on Steam, of course. There may have been some friendly fire. I mean, that's just part of the fun, isn't it? Friendships are the people we torched along the way. That hit plate is now trying to bury itself under the other. It is on Steam? Ah, perfect. Even better. I will definitely be taking a look. Oof, that hip plate just does not want to stay above the other two. Let's see if I can... Oh, that'll probably do it. The two side hip plates are trying to, like, cinch. But we're going to actually get the main body of this guy done together. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I love my new model. I also had another outfit for it, but changing is always a little risky. Because there's a brief flash. So I had to duck down, but yeah. I love my 2.0 model. It's So good. I'm so happy to have it. Alright, our little French dude is steadily getting there. We just now need to do his epaulets. Sure, I'm saying that wrong. And then we've got his rose bits. Hi, Scooty. There's another little nub. Yeah, because now we're getting ready to do the epaulets and duelist cape for this guy. I know. Oh, you now hate the Assassin's Creed 3 dogs? Yeah. It's never a fun way to deal with things that can detect you. Yep, it's one of the Gundams from G Gundam. It's, yeah, Gundam Rose. I always forget George's full name, but yeah, the Neo Francis Gundam. Okay, well, rest well, Yolero. Again, thank you so much for raiding in, dear. And yeah, have a wonderful rest and a wonderful night. But yeah, we're getting Gundam Rose fully completed tonight. Let's see. Looks like, yeah, they're having us do the left epaulet, or the right epaulet first, which is the smaller one. So, let's see, that's A2. Actually, wait, no. And the George Desand. Yeah, that's his name, right? Our fancy little French noble boy. The Jack of Diamonds. I think it's Jack of Diamonds, right? Because it's King of Hearts, Queen of Spades, Jack of Diamonds, Ten of Clubs, and Joker. Oh, sandwiches sound good too. I need to figure out what I'm having for dinner. But that is not yet... that's not yet now. We've got a little bit until then. But yeah, rose bit funnels and all. Yeah, Bandai's been making new versions of all the G Gundam units, because that Mobile Fighter G Gundam turned 30 last year. Oh, my bones, my heart, my everything. It all hurts. It all hurts knowing it's that old now. And then I think we're getting ready for Gundam Wings 30th late this year. Yeah, so many funnels. So many rose funnels. But yeah, we got almost the main body done. And then yeah, we'll just have the pose, and all the Mobile Fighter G Gundam high grades come with stands, which is really great. Because then you can really show them off. Like, I have Gundam Maxter currently, the America Gundam from G Gundam. I have him in his cast-off boxing form, where, like, he casts off the main armor to, yeah, go into boxing mode with his shoulder pads turning into boxing gloves. Because, again, it's a cool design and concept. G Gundam really pushed a lot of limits, especially for the time. Like, as their first foray into, like, an alternate universe. They really pushed a lot. Though, by all rights, there were some scenes in that series where it's like, do these guys really need Gundams? Like, Domon fighting and a would-be assassin in one of the areas, and, like, their fight outside of their mobile suits breaking down a giant building. It's like, oh gods. Okay, no, that's where it's supposed to go. It's just a little tight. Oh, that's really tight. Oof. Am I trying to put it in backwards? Oh yeah, oh gods, yeah, it's super tight bodysuits as well. It's just like, and that's awakened some stuff in people. Yeah, and it was fan service for all too, because you know most of the pilots were men. Most of them. There were a couple femme pilots, you know, Alan B and then at one point Rain. But But yeah, the rest we just gotta watch guys get suited in, and one horse, because for some reason Domon's unit also came with a fucking horse Gundam that is piloted by an actual horse. That poor horse. Been through so much shit. Alright. D8 and E12. Ah, there's the D8s. I see them now. Yeah, I never understood why the horse is there either. I mean, I guess it's there, but yeah. Because every hero needs a noble steed, I guess. That's the only excuse I can give. Because G Gundam. Most shonen Gundam that ever Gundammed. And then after this, we'll get the duelist cloak together, because I think this epilogue will be... One moment. Excuse you, phone. Why did you ring? Thought I had you on silent. I do not. No wonder. Okay, there we go. Bad phone. Bad phone. My phone's like, I must sing the song of my peoples. Like, the hell you will. Don't get me wrong. Digimon Adventure 1 theme is great, but... Mama's busy. Yeah, there's been some tiny-ass parts on this kit, though. I think the two parts that were kind of the scariest for tiny parts is for kind of color separation, if I can get it up to the camera here. You can just see it on the side of the head, though I don't think it's going to focus because it's trying to... There we go. Kind of. Yeah, you can just barely see it. The little red parts on the side of the head are actually color separated. They are... Yeah, closest thing to a Gundam and Zoid crossover. Aside from Iron-Blooded Orphans, there were some like hound-like units in that series. But again, that's post-disaster timeline where, yeah, what happens when AI takes over? We're going to, you know, replace all our soldiers with AI. Oh no, all the AI turned on us. Yeah, the Super Chicken, and then, like, I know there was, like, a pack of, like, weird hound things, too, because that's where, Barbatos gets one of the tails from, is one of those units. I've not watched, Iron-Blooded Orphans all the way through. I've just seen snippets, so I unfortunately don't know their names. Or, like, the enemy unit names. I need to watch it through, because, again, IBO is supposed to be an amazing series. Oh yeah, it looks like it's good. I also need to finish watching Witch from Mercury, because I'm at the end of season 1. I know what happens already, because spoilers, but yeah, I need to just sit down and actually watch. And then I need to start watching, I keep wanting to call it G-Cuts, because I'm just a troll, but yeah, G-Cooks, the latest one. I'm kind of waiting for it to finish, like, serializing, so I can just kind of watch it at my own pace, which might just end up being a binge. I already know shit's getting weird, but, again, unsurprising, because it's Studio Sunrise. We knew things were gonna get really weird. I remember wondering why they named the series so strangely, and then finding out that that all the Gundams are named after different theoretical physics formulae. It's like, no, that checks out both for sunrise and for for that. Okay, because like, oh, I just forgot the names of the other ones, but like I looked each of them up. It's like, oh god, yeah, they're all from like the same formula sequence. It's like, oh, that makes so much sense. Okay, now we're getting to the big part where, yeah, we're doing the cloak, which is actually surprisingly complicated. Wow, yeah, that's a 3-piece layer for a high-grade cloak? Huh. Well, points to Bondi for this one. Okay. Let's cut out D15 so I can prepare this. And then we'll start working on each of these leaves. And C3. Okay, there's the center. Let's see if I can try this. So the C8s will go to the smaller ones. The C9s go to the bigger ones. Makes sense for their size. I'm gonna do the difficult thing of doing these all at once. Cut out all the parts. 13s go down there. 16s go up top. Good pet. Why yes, Mischief. You are a very, very good pet. I always have to remember my force multipliers in my in my toggles. There's 10. And then 11 there, and 12 over here. Oh goodness, yeah, look at all the parts that I'm snipping out here. Oh goodness. Kind of trying to snip them in kind of a pattern so I can understand what I'm what I'm doing with my own mass. And then 10. And 9. Okay. Now the great trimming and assembly happens. Ugh. I see that toggle pun. How dare. Who am I kidding? I'm playing date everything on like my free days now, so I'm being tormented by stupid, sexy, inanimate objects. And so many notable voice actors. Game is so dangerous for my health. My poor little heart. But yeah, we'll definitely chat with some of the other objects in that game on Friday and Saturday. I think is my current plan for it. Is just that'll be what I do until Mecha Break comes out, and then Mecha Break will be like, "The hell with dating everything. It is time for mecha violence." I need to bully people. Oh. That game's gonna be so bad for my health and everybody else's. Like, I'm gonna make it everybody's problem. Oh yeah, and Mecha Break's gonna be so interesting because we're gonna get more units in that game. Apparently, you already have like 2 or 3 on the docket. They're not showing them yet, but they're already in the planning stages. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get this other one trimmed out and put together. And we still have one last leaf of the cloak that we've not cut from the runners yet. But that's that's on the next page. Yeah. And then there's people like me who come rocking up in an ultra heavy being like, I'm here to kill snipers because I don't like them. They keep me from getting to sit in place and bully people. They must pay. Also, adverts coming in about 2 minutes 45 seconds. Beware, everybody. Our Lord is coming. And sleep. Yeah, like, look at the amount of color separation though that's here, and I love these newer kits. Bandai's really doing some pretty good stuff for most of them. Every now and again they'll royally fuck up. I'm looking at you, Byrlant. Or Byrlant Custom was just a mess, but yeah, maybe not end up facing each other. Well, if we do, you know what'll happen. I will come and I will bully you. Whether I be on Tricera, Inferno, Stego, or whatever else they bring out. Especially if it's in the ultra heavy category. I like my big bots. I like my big boys. Maximum bully potential. At least for me. Okay. Oh, this cloak is coming together beautifully. I was really worried about just the sheer amount of parts, but gorgeous once done. It's gonna look so good on my shelf. I might need to make more room for the G Gundam guys. Threat or a promise? Yeah, a promise. If it's Mecha Break, it's guaranteed that I will hunt down snipers just to just to be a menace. Alright, there's that. And the final clippy for this side. And we can clean up this mess of black, blue, and yellow that's on my booklet here. God, there were so many little bits. Oh, that part is not locked in on that. Okay. Actually, that'll be good. So that means that we can get rid of the A sheet here, because it's all done. And Alpha Runner is down. That'll allow us to also lock in everything on that cloak piece here for now. Which is extra comforting, because holy shit. This has so much stuff on it. And that's part of why, because all these parts are just tenuously held in here. Though I do need to get this to go on evenly. Oh. Yep, everything's falling out now, which is not that surprising. Because this is surprisingly delicate. I can't even glue it in because they all need to be able to move and articulate for the arm. Oof. Yeah, there's 3 more that fell out. Oh, yeah, here comes the hell. Just trying to get this part on. Once it's on, it'll lock everything in, but it needs to actually get on without knocking everything else off. There we go. Alright, there we go. Now it's on, it's seated. Alright, now to do the final part of this cloak, which is a C4. And everything else there is for the rose bits. I'm just gonna cut out the other 2 large parts of the cloak here, because I shouldn't. Put those together. I'm gonna put that together with it, because all that's left on those sheets is for each of those respective parts. The core fighter and the rose bit funnels. I see why this part has to go on first. It goes like that, and then these 2 parts cover over it. And snip. Again, just that sheer amount of color separation there is so cool. And then I'll show off what it looks like with it all completed here. That underside is gonna probably be gorgeous too. Just gotta find the peg holes. But yeah, just that underside, like look at that color separation and everything. That's actually gorgeous. And there's like some technical detail in everything, and then the rose bits would sit inside the cloak here. Oh, yeah, they really cooked well with this. Okay, they want me to build the core fighter first. That's okay. That actually means that I can kill off 2 more of these sheets. So, E7. Which clears out our Frenchman's delta sheets. And then it's at C1. Now we do need to clean the blue piece up a little bit that I painted, because I did that a little messily, but it's going to be so much easier to do that with it outside of the runner, because I was having difficulty painting it while on the runner, so I can only guess cleanup will be just as frustrating. Now luckily this thing's not as complicated as the real grade God Gundam's core fighter, or really any of the God Gundam's core fighters, because God's damn, pardon the pun. I'm not holding E7. I cut out the wrong part. Right, E7 is the blue piece here. If that's the case, then I will cut out the other one too, so I can get that done. I cut out D7. Whoopsie. But it's all going to the same place, so may as well. So there's Echo gone as well. Likely after I get... Actually, I can do that right now. One moment. Just gonna move the shelf out of the way. Then I have more room to see you all, my lovely chatters. So 1, 2, 3. Yoink! There we go. I can go like this. Ta-da! Okay. Yeah, there's where the thruster's supposed to go. And it is a D socket, so make sure I line it up just right. And yeah, this is the part that I'm probably gonna clean it after I put it together. Well, also that'll give me a chance to see how well I did. Oop. That's still slick too. Oh, that's fine. Just gonna do it on this one. Oop. It's like that, but then on those tracks there. Let's see, where's that pen? There it is. I do. Actually, I don't need to clean it up. I actually have to paint just a little bit more. Right? I think so. Okay. Whoop. So we'll put that in a few minutes when that dries again. Luckily, this stuff dries pretty quickly. It also dries almost like glass. You can almost see the light shimmer. Like, there's now a separation due to where that second layer of paint is, but and we'll get that on after it dries, because that gets to, we get to not see it in the at all. That painted section is going to be shoved into his back because, you know, that's how it works. Hi, Clue. What you bitching about this time, buddy? Uso's very upset about something. What it is, I don't know. Just don't know. Oh. Please go to bed. You don't need to announce yourself. This isn't an airport, buddy. No, this isn't the arrival gate. Stop. No, he's even on the futon. He's just bitching for the sake of bitching. Never get a ginger cat, kids. They're sweet, but God, they don't shut up. Okay, yeah. We'll just sit him over there and we'll put his core fighter in afterwards. Oh, yeah. Loud idiot. Okay, so we need this sheet first. And this is especially why we're using the God Hand Reds, is because this stuff is tough. Let's see. 22, 23, 18, and 17. You can almost hear the ticks of this stuff as it gets trimmed, because that's how hard and brittle it can be. Said 18 and 17 as well. Am I touching them? No, not for once. Right? Ah, yeah, there they are. And yeah, Clisso loves to make his presence known, whether I like it or not. I love him, and don't worry, he will get bed cuddles. He's very obnoxious, and he forgets about stream time constantly. It's like, buddy, I've been doing this for the last 3.5 years. How do you forget? How? Oh, I forgot to trim one off here. No consideration. Yeah. Yeah. Mommy is busy and cannot love the floof right now, yeah. He knows that's for bedtime anyway. He gets plenty of pets through the day when he comes up to ask for them. Just not always during stream time. He was just getting really rather indignant there. That's why I was like mocking his like sorrowful cry, because he was doing the, you know, just like, it's like, dude, you're not dying. Stop it. It's kind of the like super sad cat vocalization again. Ginger cats, they are incredibly dramatic. Yeah, memo to self. Pre-order Dragon Gundam. I can get that, I think, in August? Okay, there's that part. Now we do this next section. Once more with feeling, 25 and 24. And then the other locking mechanism. Oof. Clear plastic, it looks really cool, but god, it's so rough on snipping units. That's why we're not using the blues on them, because these are for super precise cutting. Like, this stuff is thin enough on the piece, but just, yeah, trying to cut the sheet tortures the blues. That's probably why I've gone through so many pairs, is because I'm pretty sure clear plastic has been the last 2 times where I've been trying to cut it from the runner that I broke 2 of my previous God Hand blues, and these things are not cheap to replace. Alright. And we get these 2 to kiss, and... Actually, yeah, with the shelf out of the way, I can just have the booklet opened all the way. More than likely. How dare you, Mischief? How dare? Okie dokie. Oh, that's why. I was like, how's that not going in its home? There we go. Now it is. Oh well, yeah, too many degrees out. And for that one. Okay. Let's see. Well, at least free this runner. It looks like there's another piece on it. Let's see. I think I am going to go with AB7 because it's like the nice middle ground. Because this 8, it's nice, but it's awful long. Just kind of a support bracer in the middle of this thing. Then I'll get the other parts attached. Oh, we are going to be hooking this into his groin. It's just in a different way. Okay. So, 4. Is this one number 4? Let's see. No, that's number 1. We are number 1. Alright, so I need 4 and 13. Yeah. Okay. 4, 4, 4. Am I touching it? 1, 2, 5, 6, 8. Where's 4? Because that's H. I see 13 at least. At least trim that out, and then we'll get this thing married to the stand. Alright. Oh, there's 4. I don't know why I was looking for something smaller. If it were a snake, it would have bit me. I really appreciate that these kits come with their own stands. Alright. So before we peg the Frenchman, I'm going to just fold that forward so we can shove that into his back. And then we can peg the Frenchman. There we go. Poor fighter just wasn't willing to go all the way down. There we go, we fixed that. Also, while we're at it, I'm going to... Didn't come off entirely as I wanted, but hey. I'll take that from him as well. Oh yeah, no, he does have a peg hole now. It was in the armor. The white armor, not the, Sacre bleu! But yeah, there he is all completed, but we'll get him into a more appropriate pose, shortly. Okay. George is okay with it, right? Right? Right, George Sands, you're fine with this, right? Okay. I'm okay with cutting this clear plastic because it's more rubber-like. We'll throw that other blade away because he does not have two beam sabers. He's only got one. This should be pretty easy to put in his hand. Oh, there we go. Again, we'll get him into a very appropriate pose once we get everything situated. Oh wow, we're actually doing the full... Right, because yeah, the cloak parts can actually come off too. Okay, yeah, we're doing like the full cast-off system. Okay. I have a feeling we don't really need any more of these stand parts, yes? Let's see. Just checking. I don't see ACB anywhere else. So I'm guessing not, so we're just gonna put those in the thing with the stuff, and then we'll get these 4 bits done first, and then we'll get to doing final assembly. And there we go. Sea Runner is all done with. Soon, so will Foxtrot. And there we go. Another runner down. Okay. Okay, ad's coming in about 3 minutes, by the way, everybody, so beware. Oh, that's in such a weird place. It's hard for me to actually snip. Okay, yeah, I should be snipping from the other side. Snipping from the other side. I can't sing. At least not yet. I need training. I need a coach. Help. Maybe someday I'll go musical, but not today. Yeah, about 2 minutes for that advert. Yeah, because we're definitely gonna do the full cloak deploy mode for this guy, because it'll look cool. Though I might take a quick photo before we do that of him like this, so we can kind of have that as a side-by-side comparison later. I'll do that after I finish making these bits, these funnels. Choking back up on my poor god hands. Usually choking's a good thing, but not up on a handle. Okay, where's my... Oh wait, no, I said I was gonna do that after I got this assembled. Right, because that way then I can show off what they tend to look like. Wow, I got that first one in like perfectly the very first time, because apparently it's a pair of D slots. Guess that's the case. I'm gonna pre-assemble these then. So make it a little easier to control. With this D slot, you know, put the D's in the slots. Teehee. Ugh, they're so small though. My hands are cramping up. But we're nearing the end for this build actually, so we're getting there. We can take a bit of our time. Alright, now they just need to do the full release versions of each of these. You know, gold units. All the gold plastic. No, please don't do that. I remember those being made in the past, and that was already madness. I'll put them in front of my tracking, so I might. Oh no, I didn't lose tracking. Cool. He's not tall enough to block my phone camera. Okay, there we go. Because now we're going to get kind of extreme. Oh well, yeah, no, we literally need this in order to do that. Interesting, okay. H6 and 4. Intriguing, actually, that's really interesting and clever. There's H6. I need H4. Which explains why these were on such light connections. I say light connections despite the fact that actually they're holding on pretty darn well. I'm choking. Help. Help. It's not the choking I want. I don't want to choke on air. I just want someone to choke me. It's different. Yeah, the clear plastic's always terrifying. That's also why I'm using the God Hand blues only on trimming the little parts, because I've broken 4 pairs, or 3 pairs of these. This is my 4th pair. The first pair gummed up, which is what's happening to my reds here, but I've broken 2 sets on clear plastic, and it's so scary. Yeah. Also, hi, Malum. Well, come on in, dear. Yeah, we're just getting to the very final stages of our Frenchman here, which is getting kind of spicy and interesting. Yeah, I have a cheap set of snippers that I should be using for the firmer stuff, but the God Hand Reds, while they are expensive, they are at least a little more robust. Okay, so we go like that. Put one rose funnel there. Like so, yeah. Felt a rough point right there. Snippy, snippy. Okay, and then let's get... Okay, I see. And D is the small one in the back. Just gently pull that off its epaulet. There we go. I need H7 and 2. And 4. And then it said we needed H2, so let's get that going. Yes, yeah, so God Hands have kind of like one side is this side on the right is like a wedge block for the most part. It's relatively flat, but they file it down to like a relative point, and then the left side is the blade. Now that being said, God Hand Reds, it's a little harder to tell here, but the blade is also a little more wedge-like, where the blues are their sharpest, and you can see that it's actually, yeah, even in the top down there, you can see how much thinner it is. These are high precision. These are pretty high precision, but I've learned that they're also good loppers. Like lopping snippers. Like, don't get me wrong, I've got like a cheap set of ones that I really should be using for cutting for the runners. Especially with the reds here steadily dying due to their hinge. Exactly, yeah. These things will cut through things like butter. They are so sharp. It's almost like scalpel sharpness for the blade. But I know my second and third pairs of God Hand Blues, I think, had faults in their blades. Because I noticed discoloration and just the faintest hint of deformation in the lights. So I was not that surprised when both of them broke, because they showed flaws in their blade edge. This one, the blade edge looks perfect, so I'm going to try to keep them from from breaking. Gods preserve me if I can, though. Getting your help? Question mark? Oh boy, that is fighting me. Ah, there we go. I was just doing it at a funny angle. I don't think I pressed that one in all the way, did I? Okay. Then we put its little rose bit on. Cool. And now he is the small one in the front, which will attach to... little stressful. Just yank. Alright, H5 and H1. I'm just gonna put that like that so I know it's the backside. Alright, after this, just 2 more parts to cut out, but we'll get there. Yeah. I had a friend of mine recommend God Hand Blues for a proper set of snippers, so I have sworn by her because she is also quite the connoisseur of gunpla and the like. She occasionally comes around to check in on my projects. But she's also a very, very busy girl. Much like me. Ooh. And like that. Okay. I'm gonna start actually getting him posed a little bit here because it's gonna take a little bit of work to get him properly posed up. So, by that factor, then I should probably pull off the last leaf of the Epaulet zone. Goodness, the amount of articulation he's got is really nutty. Oh right, yeah, his feet can't fold. His feet are actually one solid unit. Yeah, we're kind of doing the same with what's kind of being shown in the image here for him. We're gonna be having him kind of charge with his funnel array, kind of going full nutso here. Alright, there we go. Firmly in. Now we just get this last one built together, and then we can call it a day for the kit. And we'll have the pose all done too. Sorry, I got a little silent there, trying to concentrate, being like, come on. Come on, baby, hold together. And there we go, the final sheet is done. Just a few last cursory trims, and then we just do final assembly and pose. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, we did this in, what, just a little over 3 hours? That's not bad. This is a hell of a speed run. The Frenchman was defeated faster than the American was. I swear Maxer took me like four or so hours. Just make little guttural noises as I get everything together. Alright. There we go. A little Bonaparte. Okay. Oh. I guess that's the point. It's like, if that one can't move further, that one certainly can, though. Like that, and then we just spin the other one just so they all kind of face relatively the same direction. There we go. All right. With that, let me get this errant nub that has not gone into the bucket. Like, you can also remove the core fighter. Why would I do that? There's no reason. But yeah, there we go. him in full, like, I'm a fight mode. The angry fenceman. Alright, let's get a quick photo of him, and then we can then read out. Because I think we got a little bit of time before the next advert kicks in, so. Oh, it's not an old Gundam Flash game. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Gundam Battle Assaults for the PlayStation 1. Yeah, I remember it too. I had both of them. I had Gundam Battle Assault 1 and 2. Battle Assault, as the announcer would say. Here's that, and I might actually do an off-center shot for this guy because he's actually that cool. Oh, grid game with Gundam. Okay. There's a lot of those. That's... yeah. Wow, yeah, I am taking a lot of pictures of the French Gundam tonight. Much more love for the Frenchman than I apparently have for the American one. No offense to Maxter. Chippity Cricket's cool, but... or Chippity Crockett is cool, but... yeah. Rose Gundam is just that much cooler. But with that... it's so pretty, though. Exactly, see, you get it. And I know Dragon Gundam will have a nice flair to it, and then there will be Bolt Gundam, which is our angry rescue boy. Let's see. I might retake that shot real quick. Since I just noticed that one part was not 100% on. Me being a perfectionist. There we go. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of photos for this guy. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, but with that, I think now it's time to read out. Let's see who we can read out to. Quick, before the adverts kick in. Let's see. Miniatures and models, and VTuber, please. Let's see, I rated Maki last week, so I might not go with her this week. As much as I do love to raid into her. Oh yeah, you all have a great night too, but here, let me get you someone nice to go to. We might end up going to Grey Marco if that's who I think it is visually, but let's see. I'm looking for somebody if they're doing Gunpla. Ah, there we go. Somebody's building This is the Susanoo Wo. I believe that's from Seed. Let's see, what's their name? Saya. Is that Lekami or Iakami? I'm not sure. I will find out once we get built, because yeah, it looks like most everybody else is doing Warhammer stuff. And well, Warhammer's great. Let's go for Gunpla Love. Alright, let's see. My next stream will be Wednesday. We'll finally try to get Metaphor completed. I'm sorry that we've skipped out the last couple times just because it's been real stressful. But we'll make sure to get it done. And with that, I will see you all, yeah, on Wednesday. Bye, everybody. Please give them all the love, and I will see you all later.